Hey, I just found this video from earlier in the season when I was insulating the gate tower and using a lot of trash to fill in the gaps, and then basically pouring an aircrete to fill in the space between the trash and the structure underneath. I've seen some really cool videos in the last week or two about styro aircrete, where you shred up the styrofoam. But it's also possible to just use the entire blocks of it in certain cases, especially like the waste styrofoam that comes from packaging. And like if you don't have the whole shredder set up, sometimes you can just insert that in different places. I guess I'm building in a much different way than most people. A lot of people are doing conventional building, and then applying aircrete to that kind of conventional building. But as far as I was actually inspired of this kind of method by the Earthship um, kind of designs, where they're disposing of lots of styrofoam in this way, but they're not using aircrete. They'll just pack styrofoam into the spaces and then seal them with make them waterproof. You could just pour aircrete into that and then fill in all those gaps and make it that much more insulative, and then you don't need to waterproof it. Plus, you won't get critters in there, and that's a big issue with such things. So basically, there's a video on the channel already, the insulating the gate tower long, and then there's another video insulating the gate tower short, and basically this video is in between the two, as far as seeing the sequence of how that gate tower is transformed from the starting tire structure with the ferro-cement dome to the ending structure, which looks like the castle facade. And so this little sequence of clips will help to show how that transformation was made, while simultaneously disposing of lots of trash at a minimal cost, in a way which will keep insulate the underlying structure and keep the critters out. So yeah, I'll just leave it there, and then I'll summarize at the very end. Look at this masterpiece. So I prepped all of the trash, insulative type trash, for the next pour. This is what we're looking like now. So we got all that filled in. Then all that's filled in. It's got mortar on it. So we can walk on this. And this is where I'll be able to set up the aircrete to pour from. Got a little bit of lath going over it to give the thin mortar coat more tensile strength, and then it's bent up on the walls to give it more surface area to bond with the walls, so that the walls will be directly mortared to the top part of this structure here. All right, so everything here, other than those two tires and that one piece of Trex, is about to get mortared in. We've got all sorts of recyclables and like 3 old tarps. I put all of the old Portland bags in a trash bag, and then that's going to be in there. There's like 2 coolers, a whole bunch of old nutrient bottles, various recyclable type things, trash. There's an old grill in there that I put in a in a trash bag, double bagged it, and yeah, at least 2 of those bags are basically construction waste. So I'm going to set up there, pour olive oil all over it, pour all over this, and I'll check in when I'm ready to pour. So you can see the little platform up here makes this a lot easier. Got the first pour. I was trying to balance it on this knobby ridge right there before. So let's see how this gets into all that trash there. Oh yeah, I wanted it to be explosive. That was sufficiently explosive. Hopefully I caught it. So a lot of that will sink down. I'm going to make another batch as quick as possible. So I'm working on making the 3rd batch right now. It's foaming, and you can kind of see how much coverage there is. So it's definitely going to need a 5th and probably a 6th batch. So it just keeps disappearing into the hole. So I was thinking 4 at most, but after this one, I'll pour it in just a minute. But I'll have to do at least one more after this one and try to get all this stuff covered, like up to the tires, basically. All right, here goes number 4. Scrape it all down into this area with release. And here is number 5. Oh, that was close. I almost lost some of it. I think that's all for now. I gotta take a break. I've been doing these back to back. Alright, we got batch number 5 all spread out. And most of the trash is covered. I'm sure a good bit of that will find a hole to go into. But we're gonna take a break right there and leave it for the rest of today. And yeah, looking good. So I've extended the trash pile all the way over to there. Right now, see if we can get some decent lighting. Pouring right here, and this is going to take many pours, but here is the first. Number 1. Try to do maybe 3 or 4, I think, and I'll get some good coverage in here. So that first batch, I scraped all the way over to here. Start to fill some of these holes. Oh, oops. It's a water sprayer, which I will need to use before I put it in this corner where there's a lot of Aircrete. I'm going to aim this batch to cover what was just done. Some more depth. Alright, that worked out really well. We're saving the highest point up here for last. So I'll scrape that out and maybe do one more there depending on how it goes. So I have 1 or 2 more in the night, or in this evening. So after 2 batches, got some pretty decent coverage over there. And I'm going to aim the 3rd in the same spot. And then I think in this corner will just be the 4th one. And hopefully that'll be good. Alright, so after batch number 3, we've got pretty good coverage of this whole lower area. And kind of overflowing with foam here. We're going to pour it right into the corner for the final one of the day. Oh, that took the... I tried to foam that piece of insulation down, but it was just foam to Aircrete, so it couldn't really stick, and I got swept away with the tide. So I'll empty this, scrape all this out, and then do a quick video to show where it's at. So here's after spreading the 4th batch. We got pretty good coverage. Not loud. Chicken over there. So definitely need at least 1 more batch over here. But hopefully over here is flat enough that I can mortar tomorrow. But I got a lot covered. Alright, that's all. Just want to make a real quick video of the transition from Aircrete to mortar. So we got mortar over here. Here's the Aircrete. And I'm going to bring it over where that lath is. And then extend the mortar section about halfway through the Aircrete. I'll show you in a bit how it turns out. So after that first batch of mortar, got us over to there, relatively flat enough. And for the rest over here, gonna have to do at least one more batch of Aircrete and do some prep with some foam first. And I'll get to that now. I've added this old piece of insulation board, which has been sitting around for years, to the side of this at as steep of an angle as I could get it. Got it foamed all the way around, so it should be tight for Aircrete to get poured down into it. And I furthered the wall there, which acts like a form. We've got all these insulation panels to cover, and I'll put one more batch on this side. Here's how that last mortared piece is looking. And we've got one ready right here. Pouring it down into that corner, and hopefully there won't be any spills. Pick this up onto this. Oh no, that didn't sound good. Oh no. Oh, disaster. That didn't work at all. So I had foamed that, but that's not, shit. So that was my worst one of those yet. So I guess I'll probably just spread that here on the ground and make more. Oh well. I'll foam it better next time and pour the rest up there in a place where it's not going to fall out, and I can still do probably another batch or two. So after that first one, there's not much coverage up here. Most of it fell out down there. So I put it up against the tires at the base, so it'll still be used as insulative material and everything down there, which isn't so bad. But now onto the second one. I'm gonna try to pour it to get it into that far opening without going down there and without going too fast. Pretty good. So I'll scrape it into there and then probably just do one more to get over here. Then that'll probably be all for today until that hole dries up. So we've got our last batch of Aircrete all ready to pour. That's pretty much good over here. We just got a low point right up front here. Oh, and here it goes. Oh. All right. And that should be plenty enough to basically get the mortar all the way over to right around there. And then we'll just have to do something, a couple more to fill in that corner once it's all reinforced. But looks like tomorrow will be a good bit of mortar on here and a lot more usable space. Should be ready to mortar over tomorrow, hopefully. After scraping it out, we've got good coverage all through here and up to the other mortar, so it's all ready to get covered up to there. So at this point, there either weren't videos taken or the videos were deleted over the course of the season to get to the point where this leaves off, and then to get to the gate tower short insulation video. So then at the very end of this, here's a short clip of what it looks like after that short gate tower installation video, and then after the Aircrete chimney was done, but before the Merlons are rocked. So, but this very last shot will give you a good look of what it all kind of came together as. Is, if not the final coat, the second to final coat of this whole roof of the gate tower. So it's insulated all the way around, and then the water runs around there. There's the chimney, and the water goes out to the drain pipe out that way. So there you go. You can see the result. I'm really happy with the end result of the top of that gate tower, and by using the non-biodegradable trash like recyclables, plastics, styrofoams, using them to fill gaps, and then using the Aircrete to fill the gaps in between that stuff and the other gaps. And I'm just happy with the outcome there, and hopefully by sharing this, it will lead to similar outcomes for other people and less waste overall.